We're just about to start another motorcycle adventure, and this one's going to be a little bit different because we're going to be on rented motorbikes. So we've gone for a very universal kit.
Yeah, this is a much smaller kit than what we've had in the past. We feel like now we've definitely nailed the whole motorcycle setup that we take with us. So we also want to share some tips and tricks that we've learned along the way.
For packing light, because also we're not going to be camping on this trip because it's a very sustainable to be able to stay in hotels where we're going to be travelling. So the bag that I'm going to be using is the, bloody hell, my voice is shaking, the Tillamook dry bag by Giant Loop.
And mine's the Rogue dry bag by Giant Loop. And you can tell there is a little bit of a weight difference, but Mitch has been very kind and is taking all the weight for the right reasons as well to help me out on this next trip. So we're going to start off with my bag, and mine is a little bit more tatty than Mitch's new one because if you haven't noticed, this is the one that we used on our previous trips, which we used to store food in, but now it's storing everything that I am going to carry. So we've both decided to wear goggles on this trip again, so I've got them in here currently at the moment, as well as also our sunglasses because it's going to be hot where we're going and we couldn't decide between the two, so we've just bought both. I'm also bringing a black Uniqlo bum bag. This is just really handy for when we've got to where we're going to be and we just want to go out and put a few things in. Otherwise, we don't really have any other bag to take with us. I also then don't want any judgment from anyone because I am carrying 2 toiletry bags, which might seem excessive, but it has got Mitch's stuff in here as well.
When Martha says that my toiletries are in here as well, this is my toiletries, but I thought I'd show you because this might help a few blokes out if you're a buzzhead like me. So inside this little pouch, I just carry this Remington shaver, and it does come with multiple guards, but I only need the 2 that are on it now. And then also just this little charger here, and that just saves me going to the hairdresser to get my hair cut every time, and also saves you a lot of money. And then for shaving my face, I also use a little double-edged razor, because then all you have to do is carry 1 pack of blades. There's 5 blades in there, and that will last me for months for that amount of space. Also, one other little tip is we've started using bars of soap rather than carrying like shampoo or shower gel, and also it's inside a little tin like this, so it stops getting stuff all over the rest of your things in your toiletry bag.
And then last but not least in here is actually all of our waterproofs for the trip. So we've got both of our Burgas waterproof trousers, and also we are going to be, instead of wearing the highlighter ponchos that we have, we are actually going to be taking waterproof jackets this time. So Mitch has got his Burgas jacket. I've also got the same one in blue. And the great thing about this bag is it opens from both ends. So if we do need to get our waterproofs quickly, we can just know that it's this side and unclip it from this way as well. And another reason as to why we bought these jackets as well is so we can wear them off the bike, and because we're not going to be layering up as much, these do fit with us and our bike gear that we're going to be wearing as well. So they are multi-purpose, and it's just worked out perfectly that we only need to bring 1 jacket.
The reason why this bag is so big and heavy is because we make YouTube videos. I genuinely believe that if you didn't do a job like this, that you could travel in 2 of the style of bag that Martha's got. So we've got Martha's trainers inside here, which take up loads of space. Also got Martha's Birkenstocks. And then, this is how serious it's got on my end. I actually travel now with a pair of barefoot trainers inside my Birkenstocks that I can just pull out, and they're my trainers now. But they're actually really comfortable for the size and how much space that takes up. And that's how easy it is to set back up into it being stored away. So this may look like a very small amount of clothes, and that's because it is a very small amount of clothes. I've been very brutal with Martha, as much to her despair. That's how much clothes she's got. We do have to buy a couple of things, which I'll mention. That's how many clothes that I've got, including a pair of shorts and a t-shirt that I'm wearing now. I'll quickly run through it. Got a little sun hat. This is how I separate the dirty clothes to the clean clothes inside this dry bag. So obviously anything that's dirty goes in there. little microfiber towel, a little fleece mid layer. I've got one more merino top that's basically the same as this one, but I do need to buy a long sleeve top. So that's going to be added to here. 2 more pairs of merino socks, including the pair that I'm wearing, and I carry 4 pairs of boxers, and that's it. Oh, and actually, I've somehow lost a pair of trousers while coming here, so I need to replace them as well.
Okay, I'll just quickly run through my clothes as well. Well, it's not going to take long. Also got a little sun hat. I've got a sports bra. I've got my pair of leggings. This is the only like long bottoms that I've got currently. However, I might buy a pair of lightweight floaty trousers as well. I've just got a little black halter neck top, a blue merino t-shirt, which is normally worn underneath my gear on the bike, but can also be worn out. I've got another sports bra / running top, which is to be discarded once I get something better. I've also got a new little mid layer, which is just this Patagonia windbreaker. However, I think I will need something a little bit thicker than this. So that is on the list. I've also got a microfiber towel, 2 pairs of merino socks, as well as the pair that I'm currently wearing, which are like more of a running pair. The rest is one bikini and then underwear, which I won't show. Okay, so now that we've been shopping, I thought I'd show you what we're adding. So we've both got thermals because we've researched where we're going and it's actually quite cold. I've also picked up a pair of like floaty trousers, very similar to the ones that Mitch has, just for mosquitoes and things. And then I also have picked up a mid layer. This is just a little Keisha fleece. And finally some little running shorts as well. And then Mitch has just gone for 2 extra items, which is this UV long sleeve top, and then also a similar little windbreaker to me, which just looks like this. And we have already tested all of this and it does still all fit within our bags.
So now this is where the weight comes from, because we carry 2 laptops and an iPad for Martha inside these thin pack cases. And I was a little bit dubious about whether these would keep the laptops safe while we were riding them on the bike with the vibrations and everything. And one thing that did happen while I was riding on my old laptop, I've actually upgraded it now, is as it was vibrating with the pressure on top of the laptop, the keyboard was rubbing onto the screen a little bit, which was just giving it like micro scratches. But something that I changed, the laptop case has got this like little holder inside it that's made of like elastic, like microfiber material, and I put that over the keyboard so that when you shut it, it isn't pressing directly on the keyboard, and that's just stopped the screen from scratching. So now these are traveling really well. And also, as you saw, I keep my mouse mat in here as well. Oh yeah, which I've cut to size to fit in here. Martha's case is a little bit different because she's got her laptop in here, but she's also got her iPad that sits in its own little slot there. And I'm going to say it as well because Martha's a little bit nervous too, but the reason that we've got an iPad as well is because Martha started designing some graphics that might turn into merch, so that's something to look out for. Let us know if that's something that you'd be interested in. And then last but not least, we've got one GoPro case, which has got, oh actually this is a good one. This is a universal power adapter that's got every single plug socket that you could ever need on one side, and then on the other side it's got every single one to plug it into. So UK, Australian, USA, and then also European. So that is a great little tool for keeping all of your weight down.
And the bottom.
Oh yeah, sorry, and it's also got little USBs on the bottom of it. Whoa, you see how much I'm shaking. So as well as that, this GoPro case has also got 2 mice in and both of our headphones. And then finally, this is my little pouch of all of my electronics. It looks very high tech, and I'm very proud of this because it's very organised, which is not like me. This just carries loads of spare parts and also anything to do with recording like hard drives and SSDs, which is another tip that I've got here. Typically this is what your SSD will look like, and this is actually quite a small one, but this is what we use. And basically all this is an enclosure for, as you can see, a little SSD, which is called an M.2 SSD, which has been made for computers, but this just allows you to use it as a portable device. So we carry this big case full of these SSDs. So you can imagine there's 5 of these inside here, capability of holding 6, whereas imagine holding 6 of these as you're traveling about. A lot of the stuff that I'm showing on here will be in our Amazon storefront if you want to have a look through things in more detail, and anything else I'll try and put in the description.
The only other exception of things that are going to actually be attached to the bike are our tank bags, which also house more electronics.
Yeah, we've had to bring these tank bags because there's no other way we'd be able to carry all of our electronics for recording.
And the setup just works, and it has done on every other trip, so we just didn't want to. We didn't want to change it.
I may as well quickly go through mine because mine normally holds the camera that is being recorded on now and the drone controller, and then I just have my phone in the top for navigating. Mine's the bigger of the 2 giant loop tank bags, and that's because I specifically wanted this one because I knew that it would fit our full frame camera in, and I don't think there's many other tank bags that would allow that space.
And obviously mine's the smaller one. And in here, I have currently got all of our information, passports, etc. I also have my Kindle, which I wasn't allowed to bring on the last trip, but I fought to be able to bring it on this trip. So it is living at the top of here in its own little case to keep it protected. And then the only other thing that we keep in here is this organised electronics pouch that keeps the drone cables, drone batteries, power bank, camera batteries, because we mainly will be using this on rotation for charging whilst on the bikes. So Mitch will be worried about charging his phone and anything in his bag, and then I'll have the task of charging anything else if we need to on the go.
And then the couple of little tips that we've got for our tank bags is, I can't really show it.
I've got mine here.
Oh yeah. But in the top of our tank bags we have like a sheet, I can blur it, with all of our like emergency details on, contacts, a photo of us, just in case my head ever gets chopped off on the bike.
Yeah, I saw this as a tip, and we've done it ever since, and it just says about having medical conditions and allergies, anything like that if someone was to find you, which was horrible to do, but it's very essential to carry with you when travelling.
One last thing that I keep in this elastic pocket in the front of the tank bag is this rock strap bungee cord, because I use this to hold the drone controller on top of my tank bag when I'm flying the drone, so that I can keep my eye on it while it's flying. And then also we've got our earbuds. I use Alpine earbuds, and then Martha's got Eggs earbuds, and we honestly can't tell the difference between the two. So
yeah, we tried both, and I preferred these, you preferred them, and that's just how it's
Martha's got small ears, so the size small works better for her from the Eggs.
We both have a microfiber towel that sits in the front, so we just use this to wipe our visors, wipe anything else whilst we're on the road. It's just easy to grab whilst riding. Just
quickly as well, we have been working with Giant Loop for over a year, and we've just signed a new contract with them, but with the new contract we have managed to secure a discount code for all of you. So if you're interested in any of these things, they'll all be in the links in the description, and we've got a discount code for you as well, which will save you a bit of money. We didn't include the final bit of electronics within our packing system because they are attached to the helmet and the bikes. So we have 4 GoPros, 2 for the helmets, 2 for the bikes, and then we brought across these handlebar clamps, which is what we use to hold the GoPros, so we get like a face-on view while we're recording. And something different that we're doing for this trip is we've got a standalone GoPro just for whipping out, so we can just get quick interactions while we're traveling, rather than pulling out a camera that you have to set up. It's a lot easier just to whip this out.
So we both have the Arai Tour X4 helmets, and then on the side here we also have the Cardo Packtalk Edge for our intercom system.
The intercoms work really well for us, so I do recommend them. And then the little AUX that you can see dangling out at the end, that's connected to our mic that we use to talk to the camera, which is a purple Panda mic.
We both have the same protection, so I'm just going to run you through what I wear whilst on the bike. I have the Liat Airflex body armour, which is just soft armour that protects shoulders and elbows in this bit, and then this bit that then goes over the top has the back protection, chest protection, and because this is the female version, it also has this little bit of elastic which is there for your breasts. I can't remember the name of these, but then we both just also wear these Liat knee pads. For our boots, we both just have the Alpine Star Tech 7s. And I wear youth ones because my feet are tiny. So these are the 7Ss.
Once again, we have new bags because this time we've gone a lot smaller with these giant 8-litre backpacks. Inside here, you've got a 3-litre bladder, which will obviously carry water in. And to be honest, once these are full of water, you don't have that much room left over, which is sort of the reason why we've done it, because we want hardly any weight on our backs. So all I've got in front of here is my Leatherman, some rubber gloves and a Sharpie. And then in the pocket behind, I just have a small amount of tools that maybe just get us out of some trouble if it ever happens. Same again for Martha, 3-litre bladder. Inside this pocket, we've got my wallet and then just a little first aid kit. And inside the little pocket, we've got our Zolio SOS device, which is just a beacon to a satellite. If we're ever in trouble, we can use this.
I really hope we've not missed anything on the list, but if you've got any questions, then please leave us a comment and we'll get back to you. And also don't forget that we have got our Amazon storefront and the discount code with all the links with Giant Loop in the description box as well. So you can go check over everything that we've mentioned.
Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss where we're going on the next adventure. We're really excited for it.
We'll catch you in the next one.